What are you doing?
I'm doing shepherd's pie.
Now, are you feeling confident?
Less confident than I ever do in the House of Commons or on the political stump.
So talk me through the recipe. How's it going to work?
The recipe is that I'm chopping the carrots and then I'm going to put those in with the onions in a little bit of olive oil.
David's chopping his vegetables. I'm going to grate my vegetables. I want to grate the vegetables first, the carrots, the onion, the garlic, saute them off in a little bit of olive oil so they sort of thicken and almost puree, which gives a really nice thick base to the shepherd's pie. What's your favourite food? What do you enjoy eating?
I enjoy lamb, which is why I've got shepherd's pie rather than cottage pie. My mother would do neck of lamb.
Ready.
She did something called hash, which actually was like an Irish stew or a Lancashire hot pot.
Were you a big fan of hash?
I was a great fan of the hash.
Then you grew up and legalised it.
Thank you very much.
Which is
nothing of the sort, but we'll pass on that one. I brought some herbs from my garden, by the way.
Have you?
We're going to chop rosemary and a bit of sage, because I'm really keen on sage.
Right, I'm going to fry off my onions and my garlic in hot olive oil.
Well, I'm a bit behind you, but...
Don't worry. I don't want to distract you.
You are distracting me.
I'm sorry.
You're a great distractor.
So, well,
it's part of the technique.
That's my secret.
Absolutely.
Right, I've got fresh rosemary sweated down with the vegetables. Right. That gives it a really nice earthy flavour. Right.
This is the dangerous bit for the fingers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've got to get this mince in, and I've got to make sure that it's in the pan and not all over the cooker.
OK. A little bit of fresh thyme. In with the mince.
Well, I'm doing the stock. Just putting a little bit of stock in. It is a problem if you put too much.
Yeah.
Because it goes so soggy and horrible. That,
well, then you're definitely going to lose.
It's really not nice.
You politicians are competitive. Come on.
Yeah, we are in our own...
Chefs are the same. What was the food like in the cabinet?
Well, we never really got fed. The perks were a 16-hour day, 6.5 days a week when I was Home Secretary.
That's not easy than being a chef.
But, well...
Did you ever invite the cabinet round for a dinner party at home?
I did.
Oh, really?
Invite Tony and Sherry.
Oh, really?
Gordon and Sarah.
Oh, nice.
They weren't all there at the same time.
That would have been a dinner to remember, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Holy mackerel.
Now, I'm just going to have a look at my recipe.
Okay,
I've got it in Braille.
Were you amazed when you heard about John Prescott's bulimia?
Yes. But we're all amazing people. We never know anything about each other, do we? It looks as though I need to put my peas in.
OK, peas.
All right.
Are you still in touch with Tony?
I am indeed.
What's his favourite food? What does he enjoy eating?
Well, actually, they didn't eat all that well. I mean, they had takeaways and...
Are you telling me Tony Blair's a big kebab fan?
He can afford to eat well, but that's not the same thing as eating well.
No.
So, there we go.
What about Gordon Brown? He enjoys his food, doesn't he?
Gordon doesn't have time for food. He's too busy for food.
I've added my mince to my vegetables. I'm going to glaze the pan now with a little bit of red wine, give it some body, more importantly, some colour. Reduce the red wine down, and then add my stock, bring it up to the boil, season it, and I'll be ready for the mashed potatoes.
I'm not putting wine.
No?
In, firstly, because I think it's sacrilege. And second, it actually flavours the meat too much.
I'm a chef, and you're telling me now how to cook my fucking shepherd's pie. I like that. 200 mils of chicken stock in. Bring it up to the boil, and that'll give it a really nice sort of rich flavour. Get it a little bit more savoury with some Worcester sauce.
I'm going to do Henderson's relish, because it's made in Sheffield, it's vegetarian, and it's much better.
Henderson's?
So, yeah.
But it's not a relish, though, is it? It's like a Worcester sauce?
It's like Worcester, yeah.
Now, crush the potatoes, egg yolks in. That gives it a really nice richness to the top of the shepherd's pie. And then grate some parmesan cheese in there.
This is where we differ, because I'm not doing the egg yolk or the cheese.